Hello, Narfsounds here. I've got this setup. It's called Session Keys. I've got 8 of my most commonly used sounds that I can turn on or off or combine with each other in a single performance on the Montage M or the Montage M. So I'm going to show you how I set this up. Let's go. Okay, let's start with a setup. Press the category button and let's start with an init normal performance. Select init and choose init normal. Doesn't matter which one. Go ahead and select init normal ANX and just press enter. And let's change view mode to reveal all 8 parts. So let's change that. And let's go to part 1. Press part 1 and the menu appears on the left. Let's press category search. And let's choose piano. I'm going to choose CFX FM EP. And make sure that the source is part 1. And also make sure that none of these are selected. So once that's good to go, press enter. And we now have our piano on part 1. For part 2, let's get a Rhodes type piano. So press plus, go to the keyboard category, and let's go for electric piano. Tines 78, let's go press enter. So we imported 2 parts and let's just delete part 3. Select part 3 and delete. So now we have just the Tines 78 on part 2. For part 3, let's get an organ sound. Press organ and let's choose the 3rd option and press enter. Part 4, let's put our strings and we have the stereo ensemble K. You don't have to type the whole thing, just go ahead and type that and press enter. Part 5, let's put in the Sforzanzo AF1 and 2 brass sound. So press plus and you can type in SFOR and enter, and there it is. Press enter. Now we're going to edit that in a bit. So part 6, let's choose DX Legend. DX Legend, which is an electric piano based on the DX7. Press enter. Part 7 is going to be a bright piano, and specifically rock bright. You could also choose a CP80 or a CP70 if you prefer. So let's press done, enter. And last sound is ethereal. So press plus and ethereal. Here we are, and press enter. So now we've selected all 8 parts. We'll just do a couple of minor edits. So we're going to edit Sforzanzo AF1 and 2. Press that one and press edit. Let's go to element 6 and change XA control to normal. The brass fall sound will only fire up when you press the switch, but we're going to change that so that we're going to create a velocity switch instead and set this to about 120. And there we go. Let's exit and go back to the performance. Now that we've done that, let's go to your control panel. Make sure that the control panel is set to keyboard control and these buttons appear green. Also, we want to change how our sliders behave, and let's set it to part volume so that the highlights are in blue. So now these correspond with the volumes on screen, and these buttons are associated with keyboard control, which switches each part on and off. Make sure that once you start playing with keyboard control that the title of the performance is selected, otherwise the part will be soloed. So now we can go ahead and mix and match these parts. Part 4 is our strings. Part 8 is our synth. Part 6 is our DX7. We can change to a completely different sound, maybe a brass sound. There you go. maybe electric piano with a nice ethereal pad. Even layer that with a DX7. And of course, don't forget to store your sound. So when we store, make sure everything is set to default, and let's just have the piano as the active part. Press store and store as new performance. Press that and let's type in session keys or whatever you want to call it. Could be your name, and call it my setup. Session keys, and done. So that's how you create a multi-purpose performance on the Montage M, where you can select different parts on the fly using the keyboard control setting and your favorite 8 parts. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.